Well, I'm so pleased to be joined by Chris Briggs from Employers for Childcare, who's part of the Family Advice Support Service. And this organisation is really close to my heart because firstly, I feel very passionately about childcare being an economic labour issue and how we need to do more to support women. But I personally benefited so much from using the service. When I was going back to work, a friend had recommended I get in touch, and they really helped me around what financial support is available. But Chris, maybe you want to talk a bit about what your service actually does.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. So our team provides free, impartial and confidential advice to parents on the financial support that's available towards any childcare costs that they may have, as well as other help that they might be entitled to. So whenever a parent like yourself calls us, we would ask you some questions about your circumstances, your household income, and what your registered childcare costs are, etc. And as a result, then we can tell you exactly what the best form of support that is available to you. In the past 5 years, we've identified over £54 million in support for families, but we know that there's many, many more parents who don't realise that they're entitled to support. Often it's because they think that because they're working or because their incomes may be too high that they wouldn't be eligible for any financial support. And last year, whenever we did the Northern Ireland Childcare Cost Survey, almost a third of the parents who responded to that, who were using registered childcare, told us that they actually weren't claiming any form of financial support towards those costs.
That's incredible, and a really good overview of the services that you provide, and the fact that a third of people aren't getting the support that they're entitled to resonates so much with me, because I was one of those people. You know, I work full time. I was returning to my job at the university. My husband works full time, and I just assumed that I wasn't really entitled to anything. You know, and then a friend had recommended that I get in touch with you, and I'm so glad I did. But I'm sure that's a common problem, isn't it? You know, people who just don't realize that they can get the support.
Yeah, absolutely. We find it a lot. Working parents, especially those on higher incomes, often believe that they won't be entitled to any form of support. When in fact, if you're working, then most working families are entitled to some form of support. There's a range of different supports available. For example, under the tax-free childcare scheme, both parents could be earning up to £100,000 each, and they could still benefit from having 20% of their childcare costs paid by the government. For those in other circumstances that are different, then they may be eligible to claim support through universal credit as well.
And in your team, your service, is it just childcare you advise on?
No, we advise on the full range of benefits and financial supports that families might be entitled to. So whether that's through housing costs or if a family member has a disability, we can also give advice to parents who are maybe not yet using registered childcare. So helping parents who are looking for work or maybe moving jobs or changing their hours of work so that they will be starting using registered childcare in the future. Or for parents who are maybe expecting their first child. So they maybe not entitled to any benefits at the moment, but they're thinking ahead and wondering what form of benefits they may be entitled to in the future.
I mean, that's great. It's a one-stop service, really. What do people need to know? How do they get in contact with you, and what information should they have available?
Okay, it is really easy. So you call our free phone number on 0800 028 3008. And that's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 to speak to an advisor. Or you can email on hello@employersforchildcare.org at any time. And as long as you provide your contact details on that email, then we can give you a call back, or obviously we can email you back as well. If people are contacting us, then it's always helpful to have details of income. So maybe your current year income that you're earning at the moment, or if you have a big change of circumstances, you know, your previous year income through your P60. And we will be asking about your current childcare costs or your future childcare costs, what they might be. We also need details if you have any disability or sickness benefits, if you're paying housing costs, or maybe for people who are on maternity leave or paternity leave. So what the parental leave and pay situation is as well, if that's applicable. Also on our website, we have lots of useful information. There's fact sheets, there are articles, and also there's information videos as well to kind of explain a bit about those particular different benefits that are covered in the fact sheets as well.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, there's so much on your website. Thank you so much. As someone who really did benefit from it and who now recommends everyone get in touch with you, it's really great to hear what you're doing. And I think especially at the moment, it's so important that families are aware of the support that's available. We're all feeling the pinch a bit more, and so many people are struggling. So it's wonderful that there is this service here and the possibility to get access to support that you're entitled to. There's no shame in claiming the support you're entitled to. So I really recommend people get in touch with Employers for Childcare to get some personal advice.